Welcome to Sad Boyz, podcast about feelings and other things. Also, I'm Jarvis.
I'm Jordan. Controversial
Take. Boom.
Statement in the form of a question to be defensive if I get in trouble on Twitter, but ultimately, obviously, is what I think. One of those,
right.
Classic. If you are someone that is adamantly against picking your nose under all circumstances, then isn't your nose just friggin' full of stuff?
Yeah. It is.
Who are you lying to?
I'm pro picking your nose in private. Obviously, not in
with
public.
With a tissue for a little insurance.
With a tissue, but man, I kind of want to take a camera up there.
Oh, that would
do
be
like
so
it would look like cave spelunking.
I do apologize for that tough opening, everybody, but sorry if you hate truth, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're kind of pro-truth.
We're kind of, that was close. T-R-U.
we're kind of,
we should say I brought back the Steakums hat that I accidentally brought home last time because I know it scared some people into seeing me wearing a red baseball cap.
Really? Even with that type, I feel like at a glance, I know this is just like a red hat with a white like mesh back.
But maybe they're hitting you with the, sometimes people have like "Make America Gay Again" or something on the hat, but at range it's just a MAGA cap.
Yeah.
This could have the same effect where they're like, oh, it's like just a Steakums hat.
This is like outside of a basketball game when someone's selling the worst counterfeit like merch you've ever seen in your life.
Oh yeah.
It was like it's like a photo. It's a glossy photo taped to a t-shirt.
The Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
But B-U-L-Z. What's up, dude? How's it going?
It's been better, but I'm balling anyway.
Bowling Benny. Pennywise.
Dude, I'm so bad. But it's okay. I had a psychiatrist appointment today, and I was describing something to them, and they're like, "Yeah, I mean that just sounds like anxious depression." And I was like,
"What do you know?
Yeah,
hack.
Yeah, I think we agree."
It is funny.
What do I do?
There's somebody reminding you. It's almost like if we. Like I had a psych appointment and I went like, yeah, this is going to sound insane. I've been like holding this microphone on Wednesdays. Like, well, you have a podcast. Like, that's what it fucking is.
What it was.
The thing I've had for years. Yes, of course.
Got him.
Butterfingers.
But you know what? Onward and upward. I'm doing stuff. I'm setting up appointments. My psych did me a solid. And she was like, is it too much to say, I'll wait here and you set up that appointment right now? And I was like, honestly, high five.
Nothing's ever been too less.
That was very nice of you to do.
That's a 3-pointer from outside of the arena.
Yeah, it was incredible. Yeah, it was a fan from the stand.
It was a dude perfect trick.
Yeah, it was a trick shot.
God, that's such a. I mean, we've talked about. You told me that body doubling is it?
Oh yeah, body doubling. Well, yeah, which is related.
Space
yeah,
for the purpose of like. I feel like I always
go to
hear.
space.
You go to first of all, you go to space.
You go to space, yeah.
Which I guess you kind of do because you really are.
I'm like a
Katy
Katy Perry in the way that I'm in space.
But I don't. I think cynically, especially when we were still in an office, I heard that kind of stuff referenced as like accountability.
Sure.
It's like, well, you're with someone.
Oh, accountability partner, yeah.
Whereas I kind of like the more intuitive, social, emotional element of it's body doubling, and there's something a little bit mystical about it. There's something just. When it's right. We don't need to figure that science out. For people who don't know, it is literally just what it sounds like. You sit near one another or share a space in some way, even the same building, I guess.
Yeah, co-working, but it just has that effect by default. But when working alone, it helps to just have like a warm body present for whatever reason. I don't know the science, but I just know it's like helpful. We had a little co-working day here the other day.
Yeah, it was nice.
We booked some travel, some exciting things are coming up. I guess we'll reveal them when it comes time.
If I don't know if you deserve it, frankly.
Oh shit!
But we will though, because I guess I'm not going to do it.
I'm gonna grab my emotional support pillow. Now I feel better.
I want to spirit bomb affection in the comments for Peeps, who is here but has having some throat pain.
Oh no!
It was mostly non-vocal, but they're doing big gestures and hopping up and down to showcase how they're feeling.
Inside of the seat, right?
Yeah.
And it's like hard. That's just so that we notice because they're so small.
Oh, now they're sad. They're walking back and forth like George Michael in Arrested Development.
Next time I'll set up a light so we can see Peeps' silhouette on the back wall.
We should
Do gestures.
we should find like royalty. We should find royalty free like images of like microscopic organisms like moving, and it's like live Peeps cam, and it's just like
little tardigrade floating around.
I do have a text to speech app if you like.
why does it sound like that? Why is it British?
Haven't we kind of
Is that to make Jordan
technology?
comfortable?
Wait, who was that?
Yeah, now we've reached a point in AI where if someone uses a bad text to speech, it's like having a green text bubble. It's like, ugh.
Though there is something to it where it's like, you know, using a emoticon instead of an emoji almost to be like, oh, this is like a retro emotion you're sharing with me. I'm
Oh,
hitting-
right. It's rough around the edges like pixel art.
Yeah, it's ASCII style.
Yeah.
I like if I'm sending a genuinely affectionate message, I think I'm ending that with a colon close bracket, like, you know, sideways.
I'm ending mine with, I have a voice app that can read this if you'd like.
Send from my iPad.
Then from my, yeah.
No,
that shit is loud.
I can talk. Just I don't want to do too
Don't
much.
do it.
'Cause- No, too late. I'm yapping. But I like using emoticons more than emojis, unless it's like the nodding emoji. I like that one a lot. But if I'm using emoticons, it can't be close parenthesis. It has to be the bracket because the parenthesis one looks threatening to me.
Wait, what's the...
Interesting.
Oh, I was using British terminology. What's a bracket? The bracket's a
Bracket
square
is
one.
is the right angles.
What the hell do we call it? That one?
Uh,
Because we call the
angle bracket.
closed. That's actually, I like that.
There's a, I mean,
Aluminum.
well, angle bracket is this actually.
You call a parenthesis a bracket?
Angle
Yeah.
bracket is the other term for greater than, less than symbol.
You know what though? The comments might inform me that I just had a bad education. That's also possible. I'm a little good
Hold on.
fool.
When Peeps joined our group chat,
Tough
they were
day.
the first person I'd ever seen use the salute emoticon, and I didn't know what it was for a
Oh,
couple
really?
days.
I so the
Yeah.
emoticon is like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
07's good.
07's
I
fine.
mainly, yeah, 07 is a classic.
That feels
but
Twitch
I
chat
I
cool.
use salute or also IRC. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like
you're
very
right.
old school, but I use the salute emoji a lot.
I like
It
that.
communicates a lot of
The
information.
emoji's good.
I like
Yeah.
that half his face is
Salute,
cut off.
okay, because to me, I feel like the salute emoji solves the passive aggression problem with the thumbs up emoji.
Yes, sir. But with the clarity of like professionalism. Not just
Absolutely,
like
and I'm behind you 100% of the way.
the thumbs up emoji is even questionable.
Thumbs up emoji
It's a
stresses
step in the right
me out.
direction, but still.
I'm like,
Thumbs
why are
up
you mad at
emoji
me?
gives me as much stress as if someone hit me with a K.
Oh yeah, they're the same to me.
Yeah.
Because back in my day, there was a window of time where people used Facebook Messenger.
Mm.
I don't know if anyone remembers this. I
sick.
certainly used it.
It was killer.
And there was if you just tap the button, it would give the thumbs up, and you could hold it to make a bigger thumbs up.
Yeah,
I
that was
hated
nuts.
that thumbs up pissed me off. Someone hit me with a thumbs up, I wanted to do something, and I didn't know what to do.
I didn't know what emoji to send back to show my rage. You know what I'm big into right now? In fact, always. Ever since Patreon Slack era.
Okay.
You remember what
Move to general.
Ellie would use all the time?
I don't know what you use all the time.
Ellie's emoji that she would use to kind of indicate if someone just does like a really noticeable typo or something that makes no sense or something was just the thinking.
Oh,
Just
thinking.
I really enjoy a thinking.
I used thinking a lot in Slack because I would want people to know that I wasn't making a declarative statement about like something we should do professionally, but I was more posing an idea. But like for example, if I can only think of passive aggressive examples. Like if you like leave the food out and then it's like maybe we should refrigerate the food.
That's tough.
Yeah, whoops, fuck.
I thought for a second that I did already say something about using my
yeah,
milk.
maybe it's I can only do it passive aggressively by
I guess I'm a stupid asshole. I mean, I don't recall saying
maybe don't be a stupid asshole.
with the monocle.
It's a rare
methinks.
occasion that I'll be like mad at someone enough or like feel passive aggressive enough to do this, but hitting someone with the specific emoji that says okay
Oh, that's
That's
crazy.
a pretty funny
so
word.
hard.
The emoji that says okay is like I would expect someone to call me after that and be like, hey,
I
are
took
we
the time
good?
to search for the okay emoji instead of typing okay. Like that's crazy.
That's funny.
If I'm feeling whimsical enough, I used to do this a lot, and then I was like, no, that's cringe. But now I'm back to it. Is the :3.
Oh yeah, colon 3.
I've been using that a lot lately.
That's one that like I will never use it, but I accept it.
It's more my fault. There's like colors I don't wear as much or styles of clothes I don't wear as much because a younger version of me that I identify less with did.
No, colon 3 is, and don't take any offense to this. It's for people who say meow.
Yeah, it's raw core.
It's for people who say or type meow in mid conversation.
It's for I love you in dinosaur
Yeah,
mindset. Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Which locked me up. At
I
one
mean,
point
hey,
in
look.
time, I as guilty
I think
as
that's why I
anyone.
stopped using it as much. But I feel like now it's shifted to where that one is more normalized. But if you use like XD or like X3, that's like dinosaur.
X3, that's some freak shit.
No.
That's some like
yeah, that's
AO3,
insane.
like
yeah,
fucking.
that's Wattpad.
yeah,
like,
that's some Wattpad shit.
That's like when the African warlords will mix gunpowder with cocaine.
I have
Whoa.
never seen an X3 on the safe for work internet.
X3 working together.
Yeah,
Jesus
it's great.
Christ. The Thunderbolts.
That being said, when's the last time you hit :P? Because that one fell off pretty hard.
Oh, last night.
Okay, relax. You're different.
Here's
You're
what's
built
it-
different.
Colin P, I think, was me killed by two things. One, it was not as legible as the other stuff, I think.
What does it communicate?
It's a little bit, and yeah, what is the connotation of it? Because I would say we fixed that.
Do you have a thought?
With somewhere between this, somewhere between like rolling laughing, and somewhere between upside down smiley.
Yeah.
That's the spectrum that it does not serve anywhere.
I feel like most of the time I use it, it's in the context of like, I don't know.
I like that. I like that.
Like if someone's like, no, I don't know a specific example actually, but
Yeah,
that's
it's one
pretty
of
much
those
it.
things.
If you're in a silly, goofy mood.
I'm in
Right,
a-
when
yeah,
you're in a
I'm
silly, goofy mood.
It's the same for :3.
What about
Those
the
two are-
equals
Yeah.
for nice, beautiful, long eyes?
I hate those.
Okay.
Equals
They
is a
freak
little
me out.
bit. Equals feels like it's an emoticon from 1963.
Yes.
Equals, parentheses, don't like it. Or people that include like a dash for a nose. No.
Dash for a nose is some like jigsaw shit to me. Like,
That's something my like 70-year-old uncle would do.
Yeah.
Which
It's for our forefathers who invented emoticons.
That's one of those things where, like, I understand why that. It's a little bit like when extended members of my family will use the term colored because they heard that big people of color is good now.
Right.
I understand why you
They
do
jumped
it
yeah.
intuitively.
Yeah.
But without the like the context or the education, it doesn't come from a place of maliciousness. They just. Well, black is fine, so is black's fine. It's like, well, it seems like it would be.
See,
but
like it seems like it would be because like if English is your second language, good luck because those are
That's the
syntactically the
arbitrary-
same concept.
And it's like, but
color, people
eyes,
of color.
mouth. We're not doing the nose. I'm like, no, I know it looks like you would because it's a face.
So one that's interesting to me before we move on to a couple of things that'll be fun, which is Nick from Black White. The young teen who I think is our age actually in real life is on TikTok, and I'm so curious. I've been avoiding it, but anyway, I want to talk
TikTok.
about the laughing emoji because regular laughing emoji, it's whatever.
What?
Rotated laughing emoji, it's whatever. For some reason, and I can't remember who started doing this. I knew somebody who would hit me with like regular laughing emoji 3 times and then rotated laughing emoji 3 times, and those together, choosing to use both is very funny to me. Like I genuinely laugh out loud and I do not know why.
It's 3 booms.
It's
three
they
big
just go
Yeah, they're descending into it like
yeah,
the Joker.
they're like descending into madness. They're like really having a good time.
I'm big on my I think equivalent of an equals, then a nose, then a 3, like something truly chaotic would probably be the smiling open mouth, open eyes.
Long
Oh,
eyes
yeah.
or just like the dots?
The long eyes there.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh wait,
You gonna go to sleep? Not tonight.
I use that for when it's a situation where I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean?
That's
Like,
someone
just
knocking on my
unbelievable.
bedroom
Oh, my
floor
gosh.
window on the 2nd floor. Like, hi.
in the
Man.
in the genre of :3 saying meow, it's using the like angle brackets, like the sharp
Yes,
like,
or
in anything, or and this is where I've used this, but I can't remember the last time I did it. it's the carrot.
Oh, as
the eyes, and then
when it goes into true elaborate multi-paragraph ASCII mechanics.
Yeah.
Or like people
Respect.
used to use like the shrug.
Yeah.
I used to have that copy and paste ready.
Used to.
Oh, the
It-
shrug full ASCII
Yeah.
shrug.
With the
You
one
had
of
that
these?
copy.
I had that
makes
ready.
sense.
Middle school, high school, dude. That was
that
ready
makes
to go.
sense.
I did make my own shortcut because I couldn't find what the default term was. I made my own shortcut for the new-ish one that's smiling, eyes weeping open. Like this one, the one that's like,
Oh yeah.
I might
Pixar
still have the
face.
note where I have like a bunch of those.
Oh dear. Oh man,
Fucking
you just
hell.
reminded me of the table flip. The table flip is
table
like something
flip.
I haven't thought about since 2013.
oh, dude, we okay, we're not gonna say who because it wouldn't get back to them, but they are like semi-forward-facing figure. Let me know if it's okay to share this. But
Table.
me and London know
Sorry.
somebody that this is a relatively old back and forth they were having, but we found a Twitter exchange they were having, and it was like semi-flirtatious. And they posted
Yeah.
the Rage Comics version of the flip table.
Yeah.
You know this one?
Yeah.
Devastating. I think we talked about that for weeks.
These are
There's
some of
also
these.
a random phone number at the end of that. No,
Yeah,
no idea
there's
what
a
it's
phone
for.
number at the end, which is very interesting to me.
It's the police.
Yeah.
Stop me from
Some
doing
of these
this.
I've never seen before in my life. There's one of these that's like a shrug, but it's like maybe a devil
Hold on.
or like a horned. Like,
Interesting.
what's happening there?
The Peeps' table flip is using kanji as the nose instead of
Yeah,
the
or like a
default square.
Chinese like character or something. It's it's. I'm now realizing, this is like a hiragana no, and then I don't know what character that I is, and then it's a character I don't know what it is, but it's definitely a Chinese character.
That's unknown.
Or a
unknown,
kanji.
What's
And
this all about?
no me.
They're about to fight.
This is not good podcasting.
It'll be on screen.
That's arms. Doesn't that look like arms?
I think,
Steve?
is it somebody doing this?
And like,
I
yeah,
think
that's
they're
what.
about to
squaring up.
fight, yeah.
That's
What the hell?
how'd you do
All right,
that?
what is going on here? This one is like too simple to be here.
I know. That's my reaction
one
seeing
that's-
this list.
The one that's like the degrees symbol,
Yeah.
and like it's that
Man,
degree symbol.
that phone, honestly, that list open and the fact that you have a Pokemon card in the back of your case there is kind of like that's almost like the hieroglyph for Peeps.
It's
That's
also like
the
why
summary.
I feel like I can fit you in my pocket. Like it's not about your physical stature; it's about all of the things that
You're
come with it.
portable, to be sure. You could be hidden inside a chef's hat.
I've been doing Celsius to Fahrenheit conversions lately. I've been popping off.
That's impressive.
Wow.
I wanna. Okay, hold on. Look up the weather in Fahrenheit. I'm doing this live. I haven't done this before.
Fahrenheit's the one we have here.
And then tell me what the weather is in Fahrenheit. I'll try to convert it to Celsius.
Today it is 72 degrees.
72 degrees minus 32.
21.
That's 40 times 5/9. Well, it's like roughly 25. Wait, 72? That's not right. I said 40. Divided by 2. No, it's 20. But it's
21
but
soul
it's
read.
less. Wait, is it more or less than 20? So 21 is what I'm gonna say.
Oh, so did I.
22.
Fuck.
That's
Well,
crazy.
close enough.
Well, I didn't even do it. I just guessed. But that I did grow
Well,
up in that, I guess.
you definitely develop an intuition. I don't have that, and so I've been having to converse with Canadians, and they say the temperature, and I go, "What the fuck are you talking
It's
about?"
probably so much more relevant for them. I feel like if you're a Canadian, talking about the weather is probably the equivalent of talking about like the fires or something. They're like,
I've
"Oh my
been
God, it's
enjoying
snowing."
talking about the weather lately. I kind of get it. I kind of get why people do small talk.
You think it's because we're in our dirty 30s? Like now we're talking weather? Because it is interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not fair to be stigmatized for talking about the entire like place. You're in
Yeah.
it. You are in it.
Yeah, like
I'm in the
yesterday,
swimming pool. I'm allowed to talk
it's
about
been
it.
like pretty hot, but then yesterday it randomly started pouring, and we had like marble-sized hail.
It was sick.
What the fuck is going on?
I was imagining.
Not marble size. It was like slightly smaller than that. I can't remember the pea-sized.
it was
pea-sized hail.
unreasonable. It was visibly sized.
It
at
was you
range.
saw it on the ground. Yeah,
And that was like I don't know. It felt like we had traveled.
yeah. It's like I've seen hail before, but it's just like it was like super duper. But then I looked, and apparently we had like some crazy storm coming through.
Oh fuck yeah! A storm, another thing that's happening.
Yeah, is dry lightning when there's lightning but no rain? Okay.
Whoa, I never heard that. I do understand why older civilizations had to make gods for this stuff. Because it seems, even now, I'm not a meteorologist, certainly, but I am a skeptic. Not anymore.
A skeptic about meteorology?
I lost my license as a meteorologist.
Oh, okay. Nick from Black White is on TikTok, and that's all I know.
Nicholas Sparks. Now I think
Nicholas Sparks. Great name. Isn't that? Wait, hold on.
Isn't that like a romance
Nicholas
author
Sparks like a romance author? Or a young adult author?
What's that one? It's called like the nice place. the house near water.
The house on the hill.
The Notebook?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. It's a noun.
The spiral bound college ruled.
That's the one. Yeah, it's British. It changed.
Writing pad.
The paper.
I love the writing pad, dude. That was a great film.
Dude, banger. I cry every time that they hug in the rain or something.
The journal page. Okay. Let's just. Well, I mean, Jacob, do you have anything to say to lead us into this?
No.
All right.
Awesome.
I can do one of my segues.
Okay.
Okay, the pressure's on. Okay, so first of all, no one can hear you. Don't be nervous, okay? Everything's okay. No one's judging you. No one can hear you right now. Everyone took their headphones off. Okay, here we go.
Do people enjoy this podcast?
Yeah, okay.
Being honest.
Segue, here it comes. Showtime.
Leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Showtime rules.
Yeah, that's true.
Showtime.
Venmo me if you enjoy the show.
No.
Okay.
I request. I send a request.
Fuck.
So yeah, Nick Sparks, he was the teen in Black White from 2006.
Yeah.
Which one?
What?
Describe which teenager.
The one that...
He was the black one.
Hell yeah.
Waiter.
Let's watch.
You're right.
He was.
I don't see that kind of
He
stuff.
had the apple on his head.
I will say,
the legendary image.
he relatively does not have very many followers. And a lot of his content is like sports stuff.
Hold on.
But he was posting about the show and interacting with people who had questions about the show for a while, which is the interesting part to us.
Wait, did you see in his bio what his job is? That's there?
Mm-hmm.
Tech at Tesla.
Oh, is he like
Sagittarius.
he works on like the technical team?
Yeah,
or like,
something like that.
That's cool.
Or maybe it's just something he likes.
No, he works at Tesla.
Respect.
Jacob said no joking around.
And there's some more about that in one of these videos that is what he's up to now.
It's such a normie username. I like that. I'm sure plenty of the people already know, but we have a hallowed series where we watched all of a show called Black Period, White Period, which we highly recommend. You've probably seen it. But
And it's entirely the fault of producers and none of the participants.
who all seem very fun.
Well, except for
and
Bruno.
he made bold choices. But
Bald choices.
Hey, come on. No, it did. As someone that might go bald, I want to be sensitive to the community. Unlike Bruno. He does not speak for all of us. It's a show about a black family and white family live together in like the house from Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yeah.
The worst day.
A random house in LA.
And what could happen?
The white family is like connected kind of to the production, or they at least know people. And then the black family had to interview about why they were the best minorities to be involved.
Yeah. Are they model, do they count? And then they do.
And then the family was like, the Sparks family was very like, I felt real. Like
Yes,
they felt
authentic.
very grounded, very like true to life.
Despite the fact that they had to do whiteface and the other family had to do blackface, which is obviously
and not that the other family wasn't. It's just that Bruno is a working actor, and Carmen was his partner at the time, but not actually. They weren't like an actual family unit.
They were all theatrical at heart, and I think that did kind of in a show about supposedly let's have some real discussions and consideration about race and culture, having one half of it be a cartoon and then the other half be a relatively authentic family that's like a little confused by the production.
Well, yeah.
Adds a weirdness
also,
to it.
there's like teenagers, like minors during the production who harbor no blame for any of this because they literally are just along for the ride.
Our favorite characters are Dick and Rose in that show.
Yeah.
They're fucking
And Rose has a podcast, and I don't know what she's up to. We'll have to check in on her soon.
Pray that she's thriving.
But then Nick is posting, and he's posting about the show, so let's watch.
So this question goes, it's coming from @McGoogle, and his question was, how was school after the show, and if I got any more acting gigs. One, on the acting gigs, no, I didn't do any type of acting. I did some like modeling here and there, but I never got into the acting. But school-wise, of course, I think at that time was MySpace. and everything. So of course, the friends and everything had hit you up after the show aired in 2006. But I didn't. After the show, I didn't go back to school because I got expelled. So I ended up going to military school.
Oh,
and in military school, nobody knew about the show until like towards the end of the show. When I had to leave, because I actually had to leave military school and go do Oprah. We was invited to the Oprah show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we found out that he got expelled from school in the show,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was like
He
some
had
weird
his
stuff that went down. His
friends-
friend gave him a weapon or something to hold
He
on
had
to.
his friend's knife in his bag.
Yeah.
And he makes sure to clarify that the friend was Asian. I don't know why that contributed to
But anyway, he goes to military school. He's referring to Oprah, which is a now like deleted from existence episode of Oprah. In my mind, it's lost media because I haven't been able to find it because I wanted to back when we were covering the show. They did like a reunion show on Oprah. And
God, if it's still around.
there is a very much does not hold up to the test of time thing called like the Great Race Machine or something, and it turns Oprah into a bunch of different races. Like there's like an article.
What?
Yeah, here it is.
Oh,
Yeah, it's this.
I'm not kidding. For a second, my dumb boy broken brain for a second went like, whoa, like the machine for Stefan Urkel. Like she steps inside it and a white woman comes out.
I mean, so this is like how far AI has come, I guess. But like, look at that photo. Yeah. Like these are different people.
I mean,
That's not Oprah.
This was a meme though. Remember back when like, here's me if I was a different race? Like, wasn't that like a Snapchat meme?
That was like a,
It was
but like,
undercooked Snapchat meme.
I'm
It's
17
like,
and this is deep kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
what? Okay, so now we're caught up to speed on this very strange episode of Oprah that I would very much like to view if anyone
yeah.
can figure out where it is.
Any heroes in
Any
the
heroes
comments?
out there?
I'm sure it. The funny thing is like these days when, some media goes missing from, let's say, the last 10 years or so, we can always sort of rely on the archivists. They're like a class, like paladins in the modern day. But I just can't imagine anyone outside of the production having the foresight to be like, I'll back up this episode of Oprah. So I'm really hoping somebody just...
So the truth of the matter, because I've consumed a lot of stories about how lost media is found, I guarantee you that there is someone like my aunt who is out there who VHS recorded every episode of Oprah. And it's on a VHS tape, and they don't know anything about lost media.
They need a nephew to turn up and be like...
They need a nephew
"This is
who's
terrible."
on 4chan or something, and then that person will get us the VHS tape digitized.
And then we'll have to kind of port it away from 4chan because it turns out that guy is
Or
like
we can make a call out to the aunties of America if you did record Oprah on VHS tape back in 2006.
Bless
We're
you.
looking for the Black-White reunion episode.
If you're able to provide that to us, you will get, I don't know, probably like, we'll give you a kidney or something. In this room, we have so many kidneys ready to go. Equivalent.
Ready to go is a
Any
stretch.
size? You want
Any size.
4 blood types, probably. Somebody told me their blood type the other day. I'm like, you know your blood type?
I didn't realize that it was a little like unintuitive to get your blood type, because I asked my doctor if they knew my blood type, and it's like, well, we don't normally test for it with all of our normal things that when we look at your blood. And I was like, oh, because it's like only relevant if you're like donating it.
I'd keep an eye out though. I'd
Yeah,
like just,
yeah. And so I was like, damn. Well, I kind of want to know.
But it was cool. The love and everything was cool. I mean, shit, a few times, I went out to eat and I didn't even have to pay for shit. You go eat and they'll come to the table like, hey, the food's on the house type shit.
Yo.
So, I mean, it was cool. Just enjoyed the moment, but after that, I've never pursued the acting thing. And I think the main reason was because during the show, just the cameras, it was like no privacy. It's just cameras every fucking where. And I think at that time, it bothered me a lot because I like my privacy.
Right.
Every time you look up, the camera pointing at you. When I was modeling, I did get offered from this one they was gonna move me to New York. They wanted me to try TV shows or whatever, acting up there. But the only thing about it was at that time they wanted me to lose my speech, my Southern drawl. and talk proper, or as black people say, talking white. But I had to lose my draw, so I took a speech class for like a year, and it just didn't work. You know, my southern accent is so heavy, it was just hard to lose it for me. And it is what it is. You know, you just move on, find other things to do, and enjoy life.
It's such a crazy demand.
He has such a cool outlook, but I also want to say I feel like we will see stories like this more as kids who, because now it's far more common. There's going to be a lot more kids that were just always on camera growing up, like family vlog type situations.
Even self-elected, just on TikTok, just posting.
Or self-elected on TikTok. And now, you know, having a full adult, like he's our age, like being able to speak to that with like a fully developed brain is
full forebrain, full everything's
full brain,
there,
the whole thing's there, one would hope. I'm very curious to hear more of those stories, because I can only imagine what it's like to like not be able to avoid the cameras that are always pointing at you.
I just can't even. I remember what watching the Truman Show for the first time did to my brain. Just the possibility that I'm being looked at outside. Actually, I mean that what did we just blame the Truman Show? I think we both have the same self-consciousness that's part regular self-consciousness, but also part general anxiety. Is that, and we talked about it recently when we went to that streamer or whatever we had, sir.
General anxiety.
Commander Fear, thank you. There is, Commander Bipolar. You've returned. No one's ever looking at you as much as you worry that they would be.
Right.
But then 1 in 1,000 times you do something embarrassing in eyeline, or, I mean, in our case, sometimes, you know, we are on camera, so we get a comment on it, but that's pretty rare. It's more about like, you're hanging out with someone and you just do something kind of stupid. Oh, dude. And then that lives. That's a scar. That one doesn't go away.
Also, I have my own problems, but I think that a lot of them are more chemical than like environmental. And I consider that a privilege. But one of the things that I'm really grateful for is like having any sort of audience after I was an adult.
Yeah.
And because there's certain things that I can brush off, also being a guy, like a 6'1", by the way, like guy who's not ever concerned about their physical safety, like on average. I go to a public place, I leave, I might get DMs being like, I saw you.
Yeah.
I saw you at the place and I didn't want to say hi or something. But like,
but I'm outside.
And that's a well-meaning person.
Yeah.
But there is a element to that that's like, I'm always being watched. And it's not like I'm so big and like known.
It just added a greater percentage chance.
Right, but it's like I'm already self-conscious about doing anything out in the real world when there's no one watching.
Yeah.
And so having in the back of your head that anyone might be watching, especially when you're younger and you have less to grasp onto in terms of what like normal is.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like I can only imagine like what that's like for you.
Especially if you're not. You're right in that it is about like being fully developed and ready for that. But then also, I don't know, I think I'm always fearful of someone even consuming content from a couple of years ago of me, or even just seeing a post on Instagram, anything from a version of myself that I relate to less, because I don't want that person as like an advocate for me. That version of Jordan Adika from the past is a really... is a bad lawyer. I don't want him going out and pleading my case. I'd rather you come directly to me.
Sure.
And having that at like a scale related to your career as well, like it's part of your job to have that kind of stuff up. Having that at a scale where your entire life or essential parts of your life are permanently archived and known publicly. And I like, you know, we're being charitable with Nick here because it's like, yeah, he's a person and we respect and all that.
He's a person. He was a kid during the show, and I think he's giving us the gift of sharing some of these things from behind the scenes when he doesn't have a lot to gain from it. It was before the social media era. So like, while he had some MySpace friends or whatever, but it's not like something that he was able to take with him for the rest of his career. He's doing something completely outside of the entertainment industry now, and he doesn't have a big audience. So I would never want to send any bad energy his way, and more just kind of give him a shout out for even like sharing some of this stuff.
I mean, we have friends that have talked on the show, actually on Sad Boyz, but just in general about like finding success or posting things publicly relatively early in their 20s and in late teens. And there's something that's like the exact point in time where I felt I shifted from like, okay, which thing's going to give me self-esteem? You start picking stuff a little more. Like when you're young, you're like, I don't even know who I am. And then you start to get a very slight inclination and you go like, am I like a career caring guy? Am I a family guy? Look, am I Stewie? It all starts to look
Vile woman.
And then you can kind of
Brian.
like, fuck it up. Like you can pick something for yourself and not be ready to adjust or change.
And he had some like turbulent stuff that even was like kind of exposed and made public by virtue of being on the show.
Yeah, at the time. I mean, even the thing we said about school, but like, I don't envy, and at the time I did, I really don't envy like in your teen years or your really early 20s, some kind of like super developmental period for something in your life, even if you're just transitioning out of becoming an adult into the real world, whatever. I really don't envy people getting a part of them locked there. I think it's similar, and I'm not saying this cynically, I have plenty of very happy couples like this, but I think it's similar to marrying your childhood sweetheart. Absolutely, it can and often does work out. It's not so much the breakup that I'm cynical about. It's more so a like, okay, that is an avenue of personal experience that is now closed. That's just something. You are now frozen with this, and it's fine. And there's plenty of other things to like grow and change with. But it's sort of like, I don't really watch a lot of anime anymore. I was like, okay, anime, there's a version of my life where I watched anime and I probably got something out of it. But that thing is closed now. And like the opportunity to find self-esteem or self-fulfillment in something that isn't public kind of maybe closed now. Because it's it's like if you I don't know, were really into a certain sport when you're like 20 and then you hurt your knee, can't do it anymore. And it's like, well, fuck, what do I like? What do I care? Who am I now? People that leave college don't play football anymore or something. Yeah,
anything that kind of robs you of the opportunity to redefine yourself and grow, because that's the thing that's constantly happening in life, that if you have to kind of be frozen in some sort of people's perception as a person that you were, it's like, it sucks.
So today on Facebook, I found out the show I did, Black White, back in 2005, is going viral on TikTok. Fucking 16, 17 years later. I was 16 when I did this. I'll be 33 this year. And it's just crazy because my coworkers at Tesla found the shit like a week or two ago. So they, they've been joking with me and shit at work or whatnot. So now to see it on TikTok and everybody seeing it is, I guess the recognition is nice. It's cool. I'm an adult now, so I can speak freely. Like the daughter, Rose, she was great, cool. Okay. But the other two guys, Bruno and Carmen, it's been a few times we was filming. I thought my dad and my stepmom was gonna beat their ass. It was just some of the shit they said and did with.
When you're right.
I was so nervous, by the way.
What was that?
Because when he was like, he's like, the girl, Rose, and I was like, huh? And he was like, she was cool. Oh, okay. Yeah. Bruno? And we're like, yes. Oh, man. I will say that this is a few years ago. Someone must have sent this to me, but it is very cathartic to see it now.
There's something so funny about, like, again, it's that, like, cartoon and human angle where everything's hyper real, obviously, and especially in this era of reality TV. But somebody's just sitting back at me like, yeah, I wanted to kick their fucking ass.
Yeah.
Like they were annoying me.
I thought my parents were going to beat their ass.
That's awesome.
That's so funny.
So did I. I mean, there's scenes where it literally...
No, it's crazy what Bruno got away with on that show.
Hello, my fellow Negroes.
Yeah.
Well, worse than that.
It was. It's crazy. It was worse than that.
Because it's just some of the shit they said and did was just like fucking extra as hell. And it was just like... I don't know. I can't explain. The shit was weird. Y'all really gotta watch the shit, but fucking them two is fucking weird as fuck, bro. I'm just gonna be honest. Fuck them.
Fuck. Fuck them. Jesus.
I think he said fuck them.
Oh, that's
awesome. Oh man. I do like how he's like, I can speak freely, so fuck him.
Dude, I want to text him. I want to just ask him details.
If he doesn't want to talk about it, I get it.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm also like, man, he's so funny.
I just want to ask him about the apple.
Yeah,
I just want to know.
Yeah, we gotta know
because it is really funny.
that would be such a funny throwaway bit. It's like you say, I want to ask him about the apple. Then we cut to a Zoom call.
Oh, dude.
And we're just like, so what was the deal with the apple?
Everyone,
And he was like,
did it.
Yeah, I just did some shit.
So the cool thing about my makeup was, at one of the times I was there, Brad Pitt was there filming Mr. and Mrs. Smith. So his nose, his aesthetic for his nose, they took it off him and put it on me for my makeup. And I thought that was cool because I got to wear Brad Pitt's nose throughout the whole show.
What?
That's the end of the clip.
Why are these not? These are insane,
He got your nosed him.
dude. This is.
He literally got
This
his
should
nose.
have more views.
You gotta elaborate, right? What other parts of the face? Oh yeah, what are you doing now?
Yeah, what's he up to now? I mean, we know he works at Tesla, but I want to hear it in his
You
words.
notice how much they crackerized his eyebrows in the show? They really thinned him down, even when he's not in the makeup. And then now, powerful dude.
Also, regardless of how you feel about Elon or Tesla or whatever, people are working a job. Like, don't do not misplace any of your energy towards someone who's just like working to just doing their job.
We have no idea what he does, and also, don't yell at the customer service worker when you hate Bezos, right?
Right. Being mean to the grocery store worker isn't sticking it to the man.
They
isn't
also
sticking
wish it was
to
better.
Walmart. Yeah.
I imagine he really wishes people didn't hate the brand.
So Network Nightz asked me to do a follow-up of how life is going for me and my fam from Black White on FX that was shot. So he's the one who's been posting the parts of all the videos on his page. So shouts out to Network Nightz. If y'all haven't followed him, follow him. So my dad and my stepmom, they are divorced. They're not together anymore. My stepmom, Renee, she's still in Atlanta, living there. My dad, he just recently moved to Phoenix, Arizona. And me, I'm out here in California. I work for Tesla. I'm a maintenance robotics technician. I work for Tesla. Hopefully I'll be transferring to our new plant in Austin, Texas. But yeah, everybody's doing good. Everybody still talk about it. We still talk about it. We still look back at it. It was a good experience for the most part. And the main question that we always used to get was, did we ever keep in contact with the Wirgle family? And fuck no. Yeah, we never talked to them. Since I think the last time we probably seen them was when we were on Oprah Winfrey show. And she had us out there discussing the show when the show came out. And I think that was like 2006. Rose, the daughter, she was great. She was like me. Where she grew up was a melting pot, same way I was in Atlanta. It was a melting pot, so we had, everybody, black, white, Asian, Hispanics. At that time, of course, it wasn't a race thing for us. We seen everybody for who they were. The parents, on the other hand, Bruno and Carmen, it was just a lot of ignorance. And they rubbed my parents the wrong way plenty of times, not just on camera, but off of camera.
Damn, dude.
And I think that was the main reason why, after the show, their biggest thing was like, no, there was no need to talk to them.
What the fuck would you talk to them
for
about?
whatever reason. But we did keep in contact with a lot of other people, the executive producers. Kept in contact with Cube when Cube used to come to Atlanta, or he had events in Atlanta. He'd invite us out.
Oh, that's cool. That's sick.
Kept in touch with his, executive producers.
That's a crazy thing as a teenager. Imagine that.
So everybody still keep in contact in some sort of way. And but that's about it. Everybody's just been living life, enjoying life, making the best of it. I know I have, like I said, for what I do, and it's great. So we just here.
Obviously, being exposed to in pop culture and a lot of people can be really fuck you up, or at least give you like an isolated, really like difficult experience. But I don't know. The Rizzler seems to be thriving, and I think it's just because his parents are like very real with him, and like they take the money they get from that and they make him a really nice Avengers themed bedroom.
Yeah,
it does not feel exploitative.
Please, I hope I don't have to watch a TikTok in 20 years from the Rizzler about like how horrible the conditions he was working under. Yeah,
I mean, in 20 years he'll be in his 50s, I guess.
No, he's a child.
It looks like a kid, that's for sure.
He probably hasn't talked about this recently, has he?
He's posted a couple memes about it. Oh, and he also is really into Legos.
Oh, let's go!
Oh, that red hat worried me for a sec, but we're all good. God damn, he's really into Legos. That's almost as cool as being into painting models.
Yeah.
He's got the Tesla tech money now.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
And then he posted just a bunch of clips of the show.
Oh, that's
that
funny.
were like unnarrated or anything. He just kind of.
Oh, but that dunk is when Gershon Yabusele, the French basketball player, dunked on LeBron during the Olympics. And he actually got an NBA contract after this and had a good season for the Philadelphia 76ers. What is this? A new song from Brendan Abernathy.
Who's this guy?
I don't know.
I like him.
He's pretty cool.
He's
though.
actually pretty fun.
I think Curtis did a video about the Benson Boone effect, which makes sense because he's got to like strike down any of his like replicants or whatever. Like,
He is fighting from a place of authority.
yeah, he has to defeat Benson Boone in combat and any of his like copycats.
Destroy it from the inside.
Yeah, so that he can stand alone as the last mulleted man.
Now look, if there's a light-skinned anime guy that comes out, I'll take care of him.
I've
I'll
never
get in
seen
there.
Curtis do a front flip, but I believe in his ability.
I think that's how he gets into bed.
Oh, for sure.
He gets in his car. Whoop.
Yeah, so he flips into his car.
Take me away. Oh. So we're looking at they got a new kind of honky, right? And
New white guy just dropped.
it's a Mac DeMarco Curtis adjacent, somewhere in between there, right?
Wait, is he? I think he's Curtis adjacent because Curtis talked about him. But would you call him Curtis adjacent in other ways?
In the sense that Curtis is bundled into the white boy canon.
I see. Yes.
But aesthetically, I'm seeing a lot more Mac DeMarco, and that's ain't nothing wrong with that. Live your life, no problem. Make an album with 6,000 songs on it. But I just see the man's name, and I hear the man has maybe done some cringe. But even before judging the potential cringe, are they making like new kinds of white name? This is what
Brendan Abernathy.
Brendan, not even
That
Brandon.
does sound like royalty.
Brendan.
Everyone's
Abernathy.
local artist. Are they on TikTok as well?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm gonna read this got like 110,000 likes, 35,000 comments. I love this moment where I get to share my most vulnerable songs at each show. Just me and the crowd. This is the show? This one is called Married in a Year. And I think it's about comparing myself with everyone. I can relate to that.
You think it is?
I do like, it's
wrote
like
it?
a little bit like, I did a thing.
So, yeah.
So I think this one's, no, come on. I get it, man. I get it. It's fine.
So is this like a part of the show where he like got off the stage and went into the crowd?
I think he went
or
like
is it-
into
Or
the
they
crowd.
went on the stage.
That's even
That would be-
Is
funnier.
he in
that would be
socks?
crazy.
He's
Yeah,
Oh, boy. Okay.
or
the earth,
something
bro.
like that.
No judgment. I'm
He's,
trying to reserve
It
judgment.
helps him with the stomping,
You'll be married in a year in the suburbs with a kid on the way in 3. Convincing yourself you're living the American dream. And I'll be dancing out in California. Kid who got it all wrong. Convincing myself one day I'll write a love song.
I like that he's on his tippy toes. I think we should do that more.
It's because he hurt his heels stomping on the ground. There's something uncannily.
That one guy turning away to laugh is me.
The
Get
one
that-
person starting to clap in the middle of the clip and then just like.
Is it the
follows-
moment where
wait.
he does his little whisper?
I feel this. If I was a confident white man, I'd be unstoppable. I think it's a superpower.
The no shoes is stressing me out, I'll say. Stomping around, no orthopedics.
There's something very youth pastor about this. Okay, he's getting cooked.
You screw that.
He's getting cooked. Oh,
What he
wait.
did?
Someone said youth group ass song, and then he said, you don't know the half of it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
So he's Benson Booning it. He's being a part of the jokes.
I'm
Didn't
actually
Benson
laughing.
Boone do something like that where he like, wait, no, Jacob, we were talking about this because it was like Benson Boone posting where he like knew he was cute. He was like trying to like look cute.
Oh, right. Hitting them with the.
I can't remember what it was.
Hitting one of those.
I can't even remember.
Can I just say, there's something to like. I think this would be a really interesting litmus test to see. It's a little like that little test where you like look at the different kinds of faces and you say what kind of emotion you're feeling from it, or I don't know. It's almost like a psychological test to see how and why some people struggle to hear that.
Oh
Because
no.
I can't articulate it. Melon.
Jacob, did you also see the Fantana reaction?
The melon, no! The coupon
Oh no!
king!
What did Fantano? Well, he reposted it, so he's. I actually think it's good that he's being a good sport about this because, like, kill the part of you that cringes. I clearly have it, but I'm still trying to vanquish him.
I have no interest in not cringing.
Yeah, I would love to. Well, I would be free. Like, okay, can we
I'd be free,
watch
but I'd be doing the worst shit.
the Fantano clip?
That's all we need.
Ah, God, stop.
Oh, dang. Since he doesn't like it, I guess I'll just quit.
Oh, it's funny.
You'll be married in
So he, for the listeners,
Got your ass.
he comically looked like he was going to throw his guitar down, and instead he did counter, perfect counter. Oh, he's kicking the shoes off.
Kicked the shoes off, so he's back to the socks, and now it's on dirt. And I don't like that. I'll say it. That's where I will hate. I've been holding it in. Keep your shoes on.
Keep your shoes on.
So instead, out now on all platforms feels like a threat.
Like it's a virus.
There's not a
spreading.
single platform you can get away.
Can you, Jacob, I'm sorry to make you keep going back to this, but I wanted to look at his description because he says, also, he says, not even the internet's busiest music nerd can keep me down. Also, how do you rate reputation? Okay, that's a little pick me. Okay, I'll say it.
Oh, I know.
Hashtag Swifty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hashtag Swifty.
Oh my God, you don't love Bay? Oh my God, you don't love her?
I want to take it at its earnestness, but it's like every part of it feels like pick me boyfriend core.
It's like if we were wrapping up an episode.
And how could you rate Taylor Swift's masterpiece,
which I like,
which I love?
Imagine we wrapped up an episode of Sad Boyz and we're like, oh, what is my favorite BTS song?
I mean,
just run through a few of them.
I would never talk over a woman because I would just listen.
I'd be like, speak up, you idiot. I would say that.
How do I feel about this?
It's a weird one.
It's okay.
All right. Now, ladies.
It's cringe. But that's okay. But that's okay. It's not a death sentence to be cringe. Okay? You can be it. I'm cringe. There's so many. I cringe at myself constantly, okay? Kill the party if it cringes. I won't.
Cringe is that's your immune system. Right. It's naturally going like, whoa, hey,
I have antibodies that are fighting that off, whatever that is.
Sometimes you have to, you get an antibiotic because you don't quite have enough to do it. Your insides can't quite handle it. This is one of those my body's reacting to it, and I'm not sure why, but I'm not going to stop it because I've got a scratchy throat. Something's wrong. Peep, you're cringe. Do you have immediately on instinct a reason this is cringe? Like a one line, why is it cringe?
I think similar to what Jarvis said, it's very pick me. Like it is knowing that everyone, pretty much everyone on the earth at this point considers Benson Boone cringe, and he is like emulating exactly what Benson Boone has done and is doing.
And also, then he's Benson like, Boone, continue to pop off. You're doing great.
Yeah, and then
nothing's stopping you.
And then
Steph Curry is singing along to your song.
Playing along with it is one thing. Like he got the guy, I forget his name, the guy that is like a satire.
I don't know
the satire musician guy. I forget his name. Like he has him in a
guy,
video. Yeah. He's playing along with it, but then at the same time, he's not playing along with it enough because he's still doing well, I guess I'll just stop making music. That's bad.
It gives me the energy of when you like post a selfie where you clearly look incredible going,
might delete.
I just woke up.
Might delete later.
I know what it is. He's doing the same type of playing along that JoJo Siwa did. Where it's like
well, she did create queer pop.
Oh, she did. Right, you're right. My bad.
I forgot about that.
My bad.
This guy created guitar.
It feels like he's trying to insert emotional buzzwords.
Sure. Bo Burnham a long time ago did a country parody song where he's like truck, beer, key change.
My farm and my
feels like that, like paint by numbers pop music where it's supposed to give, it presents as authentic, down to earth, or that's what it is going for, but it comes off as like,
it's kind of a don't touch the glass thing where like as soon as you or wrestler kayfabe, where it's like, okay, these lyrics don't mean anything. It's fine. That's most of the genre. It just doesn't mean anything. Say keywords. The moment you try and defend that, The moment you try and say that they do mean something, that's when it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
You can just be, look, every pop singer sings about like love and deepness and whatever.
Yeah.
90% of people have not been in a profound relationship of any kind. None of these fucking people have. All they do is tour. But, I mean, Taylor Swift's made 9,000 songs about bad relationships. How many have you had? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
But she's not then coming out as soon when somebody's like rude to her about something, going like, you don't understand how important these.
And like singing it in a way that's like, this is the big emotional part, guys. This is the part you're supposed to feel emotional, just like by doing it loud and then having the silent part.
Is it authenticity? Is that what's embarrassing? Fake authenticity?
I think it's fake authenticity. Well, because I am not the one who can decide if they're being authentic, but it presents to me, to my ears and eyes, as fake authenticity and it feels like pick me behavior because I get tells like by the way, how could you rate Reputation by Taylor #Swiftie? I'm like,
yeah,
I cannot explain. It's like it's oralist is the issue. Here's the thing. I listen to Fall Out Boy. Fall Out Boy is some of the fucking cringest lyrics that if you read them out, they sound like this, but there's aura behind them. These are lyrics to Fall Out Boy's Dance Dance. She says, I'm not going to do it in the things because you can hear the song. Well, I'll do it a little bit. It's like, she says she's no good with words, but I'm worse. Barely stuttered out a joke of a romantic stuck to my tongue. You know what I mean? But it's like, but Dance Dance is a fucking banger. And it's like, it's not delivered in a way that's like, she says I'm no good. Like, but like literally they're mumbling through those lyrics.
We talked about, I think it was
like
Hosier
I'm 2/4 and a heart down.
Way,
oh yeah,
where, like,
well
Hosier's just so
good. Yeah, it like
he's
overpowers
able to, like,
it.
Parry it, but if he was 15% worse, it would be embarrassing. Lin-Manuel Miranda made a very good musical.
Yeah. That was the thing from yesterday. It's like if I was at the subway when like Hosier was singing "Take Me to Church" with all those people around him, I would be like, who is this fucking, oh my God, the voice of an angel. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, it doesn't matter anymore.
Which is there's two
and
ways
not
to
that you
parry.
need the voice of an angel, but there's just many different ways.
Well, getting made fun of, there's two ways to parry it. One is you lean in, which he's trying to do, but you have to lean in way further. Or you're just so you do an amazing thing and it blows everyone out of the water to the extent where they making fun of you doesn't
like
count.
Lin-Manuel Miranda is extremely cringe,
and he just keeps making.
But he's so good at,
and he's very successful.
And he's very successful. So there's nothing wrong with being cringe. He unfortunately is a generational talent, and that's and I do know Hamilton front to back, and I will continue to sing it.
You're
and
a big American patriot.
I'll be married in a year in the suburbs.
Whoa,
with a kid on the way in 3. Suburbs.
That's a tricky one. That's like learning like a 50s poet.
I just did it. Did you hear what I just did organically? I just went, Sorry, that's a reference to Sad Boyz Nightz today.
Patreon.com/.
Where we talk about the Tylenol murders and Yu-Gi-Oh! And a little bit of, not too much of Diddy, but a little bit.
Which is frankly too much Diddy in a lot of cases in personal life.
Speaking of a little Diddy that I love, here's Married in the Suburbs by Benson Boone 2. What's his name? Abernathy.
Kennedy McLonstonstein or something? What's his name?
Berthold McClongelstein.
Crackly McHonkington. Can we play?
Why did McMayonnaise face?
It's okay. We're half white. It's fine.
It's fine.
What's the one at the bottom left there? Is that also a live show?
He's fine. I'm not gonna say let him be.
Let him get married at the suburbs.
But I want him to be successful. That makes great cringe content for me. Premiered my next single, Married in a Year.
Looks like his feet hurt, dude. Put some shoes on.
I don't know, but this is Benson Boone's fault. Yeah.
Look at that second comment.
No! Oh,
says,
sorry.
This sucks.
That
should be the caption.
Hey, I want him to continue thriving, and I wish him the best, and I want him to continue rolling with the punches.
Start thriving.
And if you want to be pick me, then be pick me. Shit. If that's your authentic self, then be you.
You'll be married in a year in the suburbs with a kid on the way in 3.
Suburbs.
Convincing yourself you're living the American
Oh, I like the salute. It's like no one knows the song. Okay.
That energy is a little
doing
weird.
the choreography as if like everybody's like with a kid on the way, and he's like, it feels like it's for the moment when everybody puts 3 in the air.
It's well, he's getting grassroots. I ever thought on why like authenticity stuff. It's not that everything has to be authentic. I think it's that everyone acts fake online sometimes, right? A lot of the time. And if you are trying to be critical about the way that you conduct yourself in life, you have to spend a lot of your life going like, oh, is that fake? Oh, am I acting up? Oh, was that stupid? Oh, was that a lie? Why did I say I watched that movie when I didn't? Why did I change my voice for this person? Why am I changing myself for this relationship? Like, it could be small things, big things. And I think there's something about seeing such a distilled, perfect shot glass of normal cringe.
Yeah.
It's just regular inauthentic. And then he does that reply to Fantano. I'm like, oh, no.
Okay.
Don't do that. Don't let that get published.
So I like pain. So no, I'm nervous, but can we click on the Thinking About You Frank Ocean cover?
Oh boy.
Just try to think about you. Play it.
It wasn't bad.
No, it's fine.
It's good.
It's
It's
fine.
the same.
I'm like, okay, people are being mean, of course. Okay, can we go back? What was?
Hey, you don't know the least of it.
I'm not reading the comments and I'm not laughing at them.
And he's
am.
actually liking the comment, so he is laughing.
Dude,
I don't
I'm
think that
so
one
cringe.
was
So
bad, but him going to himself kind of sick at the end was awesome.
and that's funny because I'm choosing to believe that didn't happen and he didn't say that.
That Frank Ocean cat sure can play a tune, huh?
That's what it feels like. That's how it feels.
Oh, well, you know who this is kind of giving me glimmers of? Who I would blame even before Benson Boone. I think the originator for shit like this. People like Hoodie Allen and Macklemore doing... What if that stuff was white?
Well, it reminds me
stuff?
of the Atlanta episode where it's making fun of the acoustic covers of rap songs.
Yeah. Which, God, we sure saw a lot of back in our time.
Dude, it ruled YouTube.
On the uke?
Yeah. Oh, the ukulele, dude. And luckily, no one's ever used a ukulele on YouTube since.
They've been removed.
Can we go to the one that with the parody guy from the bass song?
Planet of the Bass.
Planet of the Bass, yeah.
Got the perfect hat.
Dancing out in California. The kid who got it all.
A lot of people don't know this, but Kyle Gordon, probably one of the biggest influences on my vocals and how I try to sing. So such an honor to be in this video. Love it. Married in a Year, the recorded version, is out now.
Oh.
We are young.
Oh.
Oh, is Kyle Gordon the guy from...
That's Kyle Gordon.
That's Kyle Gordon.
But the thing is, so he's doing a joke, but he's like is bad at it.
Oh,
he's bad at the
Kyle
comedy.
Gordon is the inspiration.
He's like doing a bit.
That's the...
I can't. That's the thing is I can't tell what's a bit and what's not.
Right, because Kyle Gordon did. I guess this is just a stitch of Kyle Gordon's video parodying him, and so he's doing like an Anthony Fantano thing, where he's like saying, "But people don't know that Kyle Gordon was actually my vocal inspiration." Anyway,
but
the
was-
recorded
It's a lot
version
of
of the
steps
song
to the bit. I don't know how to say this.
But was Brendan?
That was crazy.
Married in a year in the suburbs. With a kid on the way. Convincing yourself you're living the American dream. And I'll be dancing out in California. The kid who got it all wrong. Convincing myself that one day I'll
Wait, can we watch the original where he's
So
by
this
the
is
tree?
this looks like a collab now.
I think we saw the original a second ago, right?
I don't know what's going on.
I'm so confused.
Is there an original version where it's a prompt to play along? You know, one of those where it's like, and you do the verse.
Oh yeah.
It feels like we're editing. It feels like we're getting the media folder.
I need like a corkboard and some red string, and I need to figure out
Things are.
what.
Excuse me. Things
what
are allowed to
originated
be
where.
cringe, man.
Also, him wearing like some sort of American flag outfit in every one of these videos is so funny.
The salute, it makes me want to vomit. I'm sorry. I can't hold it in, man.
Dude, what is the... There's a very specific vibe I'm
American
thinking
dream.
of. I think it's like
Can we look at the Rolling Stone one?
riffing at like a wedding or something. It's like someone who you're not quite aligned with tonally, but is like playing along, but 5 degrees off.
Yeah.
Like, very big week for 2 people in.
Oh, it's
this
Taylor
week.
Swift again.
Dude, I love Taylor Swift. I've never listened to it.
Oh,
Okay,
brother.
All right. This is pretty
Oh
funny.
my God. Okay.
This is pretty funny.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Wait, do this.
I
Stop doing this.
am glad that Taylor Swift bought her masters back. I think it's wonderful. The like treating it like what? How did he frame it?
Our mother has our children.
Yeah. Relax. Okay.
My mother
Like, that's a
regained
little- it's a
custody of
little-
our children.
I don't believe you.
Our mother.
I don't believe you because
It's like queer baiting, but for white women. For straight white women.
during Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Happy Pride. I'm too mean, man. I'm
living the
gonna
American dream.
I
No, I
deserve
don't
to
think
go to
you're mean.
hell.
I think ultimately this guy's just cringe. He didn't do anything wrong.
He didn't do
He's
anything
just
wrong.
Annoying.
And look, he's farming impressions off of it as he should be. It's not a zero-sum game. Like he can be cringe, we can react that way, and he can also live a full, successful, fulfilling career in life. And that's a wonderful thing. That's the beauty of life here.
I think
The circle of cringe.
I think he did do something wrong in this game we're all playing. You know what I mean? Like this guy played the wrong card in the game of poker of online bullshit that we're doing. And then we and the bunch of other people beating him and taking his money.
Oh, I think
in this
I
game.
think it's fully valid to critique what he's doing.
Yeah.
in a like, I think what maybe the reason I feel like year after year we feel like we have to couch this kind of stuff even more in like, but don't blow him up with a bomb, is because people have become like they've started to tie like moral righteousness and moral fiber to the way you behave online, no matter what it is.
Sure.
Like this guy, this guy's ordering Uber Eats twice a week. He's a bad person.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
opposed
yeah.
to like, I don't know what you actually wanted to say.
And I am a bad person.
This guy likes Imagine Dragons. Kill him. Like, whoa,
Right,
slow down.
right.
No, just make fun of him.
He
It's
should
fine.
lose his job.
I'm calling Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, you tweet, I like the new Imagine Dragons song, and someone quote tweets it with, "This is where he works, by the way." They're like,
Emailing a supervisor.
it's like your LinkedIn.
I hope this guy thrives if only because I get more of these shorts where he epically owns the commenters by eating a burger.
It does feel like that is the sub, in talking about why it's cringe, the subtext to me in my like own media processing is songwriter epically owns critic.
It is, yeah. Heckled, comedian heckled on stage, pones.
Yeah, that's kind of how it feels.
Change my mind.
And it doesn't feel like, I'm just rolling with the punches. I'm nonchalant about it, because the existence of the TikTok means that you're not.
I'm actually laughing.
I'm actually going to make a TikTok about how I don't care. That's like what it like, but I don't think it matters that if they care or not. And ultimately they're using all of those opportunities to promote their music as like, this is also promoting the music. And if it's your bag, that's wonderful.
I mean, I hope and pray that you'll be married in a year.
And I think
The Kid on Way
ultimately
in 3.
all cringe, including this, comes down to us recognizing embarrassing behaviors that we've felt ourselves.
Exactly. It all comes back to us. We're all cringe.
Yeah.
Cringe, the foundation of cringe is absolutely the
And
self.
we'll all be married in a year in the summer.
Oh, I've felt like I've done that, and that's
Right,
embarrassing.
right,
If
right.
I saw a clip of like, I
Like,
don't-
ooh, don't do. Oh God, he's doing it, and I've been there before.
I'm
yeah.
sure if you're an astronaut, you can notice like bad operating of the spaceship.
Yeah.
But if I see someone hitting buttons, I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
If I'd never heard music before, I wouldn't be like, oh, this is fun. Just like, okay. God, that'd be nice though, wouldn't it? Just listen to music, and just be like, yes. Hey, I like sound.
Living the American dream.
We married in 3 houses.
You'll be married
It's a secret.
with a kid on the way.
Someone told him that he like needed more dynamics in his
yeah. Takes it very literally. This is the Doppler effect of music. You'll be married
Where?
Kid on the way.
When? Come back, Kyla Mustache. What's his name? Brendan?
It's
Brendan.
it's Kylo Ringenstein.
Darth Maulian. Download it on iTunes so it goes in that chart where all like the Tom McDonald listeners go. And they're like, "This, I'm 83,000 years old, but I
buy
love
it for
this."
$1. Yeah. Wait, what did Curtis say? What did Curtis say about this?
Little Curtis, my little
Hey,
friend.
let's have a little commentary on commentary action.
What in high heavens did Curtis say?
Since we already have it loaded up.
Butterfly.
So I think everybody knows I have beef with Benson Boone.
Triple B?
He kind of stole my shit. He kind of stole what I look like, and he's doing flips. Okay.
I send him Benson Boone things all the time.
Look at you. Kind of a sore area for me is the fact that I can't do a backflip. All right, I've always wanted to.
I believe you.
But they're too scary.
He's being humble.
Let me know if that picked up on the mic, dude. My neck just cracked like crazy.
Damn.
Reveal of the empty room.
This is the song.
You'll be married in a year in the suburbs with a kid on the way in 3. Convincing yourself you're living the American dream.
Okay. You know, and people are goofing on this, right? People have been goofing on this video. It seems this type of music seems performative in a way. You know what I mean? He's like pretending to have emotions, you know, which sucks because I don't know. Maybe he's not. Maybe those are genuine. But to me, it just seems that way to be like, he'll be in the suburbs.
He's British.
It's so funny. It's so funny to watch him. It feels like he's going through something. Like it's just so funny to me because I can't conceive of doing a podcast solo.
I'm just picturing a therapist looking at him, like sitting and making notes.
I feel like I'm across from him taking notes. Yeah.
And how does that make you feel?
I'm sure it's not funny to. I think it's funnier to me because I know him.
Well, it's like it is a Curtis ass bit.
Yeah.
Did you send the image?
He said he thought he was being too mean when he was recording. So look.
Should have heard the things we called this guy. Called him Curtis.
Should have heard what we said. All right, gang.
Should we wrap it? Throw it?
We'll be wrapping this podcast in the suburbs.
In 3. Is it 3 years? Is that
it pisses me off because it implies 3 suburbs.
I'm married in a year in the suburbs.
With a kid on the way in 3.
Suburbs.
He's not allowed to not say 3 years if he means 3 years
Maybe
there.
means 3 wives.
Yeah.
Married in a
Because I'm pretty sure if you leave out the subject, you would go back to the last subject. I don't know enough English.
I think that's what he means. But
I know that's what he means.
Yeah, but it's he
but
didn't,
syntactically, I'm mad.
he didn't do it right.
With a kid on the way in 3
With a
years.
kid on the way in
3 years. Yeah, if he's doing little whispers, throw that in. In 3.
Living the American 3
For 3 years.
3 years. By the way, it's years.
99. Oh, that's the other pun. All right, thanks everybody. If you want to listen to more of us, in fact, some of it which we recorded in between the production of this very episode, if you want to hear us go in sicko mode in an entirely different format, Jarvis is lying down. I crossed my leg too hard and I hurt my knee.
I had a mild episode of tiredness in the middle of the show, and we recorded nights during that.
We kind of came up with like this song that you might really enjoy. It's about like being married.
I think
it's about Sad Boyz Nightz over
I think
at
it's about
patreon.com/sadboyz.
I don't really remember. It was more of like an out of body experience. We kind of blacked out and like did this whole like podcast thing, but
that's the American dream, baby.
Anyway, I'm glad Mother got her records back.
Oh yeah, what else actually do I care about? Come to think of it, K-pop is good, and I like.
And I stan everyone that you stan.
I'm on this exactly the same page as everyone else. Again, thanks everybody. Good night.
You'll be married.
What do we say on the show?
We love you and we're sorry.
Love you in a year.
We're gonna start a new show on one of our Patreon tiers where we're bringing back pen pal advice, but we also want to do a little bit of that weekly on the main show so that there's, it's not just a paid thing. So we have a link to a bit of a Google form. It's exactly a Google form. Sorry, I just forgot what I was talking about.
About as much of a bit as
it's
a Google
about
form,
a bit of a Google form. And on it, you can ask us for advice that you want to be shared on the show. And you can let us know if you want us to share your name or not. And we're going to put a character limit so you can't write a novel. Okay, Charles Dickens.
Yeah, good. Get
okay, Alexander Dumas.
Oh, he should come on the show.
Anyway, link to that in the description. We're going to do a little bit of Pen Pal's advice over here, and then we're going to do a whole episode of it for the people who paid on the emotional pervert tier. And they'll be in their own little world, so you won't be competing. Don't worry. There'll be different universes.
As a quick heads up, we do want some questions a little more on the fun side. Emotional questions, mental health questions, all that stuff's welcome, but maybe not too heavy. We want to keep it
because we're not experts, and also we want you to get real help. And we might not do that. We might just riff, but give us something to chew on. Maybe it's like a fun conflict between you and the barber that says the N-word while he's cutting your hair and you don't know what to do about it. Because that's the situation that I was in. So those types of things are fun. We'll give advice over there, but we can't give advice about anything really heavy because we're not qualified for that. And so that wouldn't be nice to you.
I lost my medical license.
What?
Gucci girl, how you doing? How you moving, girl? Moving, girl. How's your day looking? That future girl, yeah, we on now. Take my money, go away, all you want it.
Girl, too rich for me.